get where we are. And it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
Welcome once more to this video, and I am so glad to have you guys. You guys are amazing. You are amazing. Thank you for coming to watch today's video. I'm going to be showing you how to make this delightful carrot cake, and if you want your outcome to just be as it is in this photo, in this video as you're seeing right now, tender, moist, fluffy, soft, and yet holding everything together, please follow the steps. Follow the recipe. I'm going to leave all the ingredients in the description box so that you can always refer to them, and then you can replicate this cake. And I'm going to show you step by step. It is among the simplest cakes that you will ever make. I know I said the same during the vanilla cake. If you have not watched that video, please catch up with it, because it will give you some tips and basics of baking. So this is a carrot cake. This is how it came out after all the work, and you can tell, guys, I think I should sell this piece. It is so nice. It is holding together. It is moist. It is well done. The carrots are actually baked. You can't even tell it's a carrot cake unless I tell you what it is. And above all, I love the color. I love just how vibrant this cake is. I love the outcome. The taste was amazing. And please, you can learn all this by just following the recipe here. Stay with me till the end. I'm going to be very precise so that you can get the points and know exactly what you need to know. Thank you so much to my returning subscribers. Welcome back. To those who are joining me for the first time, karibuni sana. And so the first step here is always to grease this pan, because we want it to be ready before we begin. Otherwise, I always forget it at the end if I don't do this at this point. So I don't have my spreader, but I'm going to improvise with this. I'll get some all-purpose flour and just do this. Make sure you do this. Turn it round. Okay, I have to lower it so that you see, but you can see it's messing around my table. Then I'm going to dust this off. No need to waste it. It's ready. Can you see it's now ready? You keep it aside and then you proceed. So if you want to really excel in baking, you have to learn how to work on your dry ingredients first before you get to your wet ingredients. Don't assume it's just about mixing. I said this before, but if you want your cake to be very well aired inside and have that fluffy feel, you have to sieve your flour, and actually the recommended is about 2 times. No, I'm not going to do it 2 times, but I bet at the point of adding it to the wet ingredients, that's where you can again sieve it out. So I've added 2 cups of all-purpose flour. That's all we are going to use for now. Oh goodness. Okay, that's all we are going to use for now. Then we proceed to use 2 teaspoons This is a teaspoon. So we are going to use 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Always level it out like that, yeah. Those are enough. Don't feel like you need to add more, because you will just make your cake too, it affects, I can't recall the exact detail. Then I need to add table salt. I need half a teaspoon. That's what we normally call a pinch. So that's it, just a pinch. You can use your hand, just pinch it out. Then this is a point where you add your flavoring, which is the spices we are going to use. And in this recipe, this cinnamon is a very important part of it. So it gives the carrot cake a very good taste. So we are going to do 1.5. That's 1, and then 2. If you feel that's too much, you can just do 1, but it's recommended. Then this ginger, I'll do 1 teaspoon. Thank God it fitted. I thought it was not going to fit. Okay, it's almost over. That's it. And they don't have to pour like this. So technically I should have sieved that out, but I don't know why I forgot to put my sieve on top here. So this is all we are going to use for the dry ingredients. Simple, right? Yeah, mix it together. This is good. Mix it together. That is good, good, good. So we are done with the dry ingredients. Now I want us to go to the wet ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, we are going to be mixing 3 eggs. If you have 4 eggs, please go ahead and use. That's all I had for this at this moment. Then we are going to use a cup of vegetable oil. This is where you go and use the oil you have. If you have olive oil, if you have, but I recommend non-flavored oil. So coconut oil may not work for this. Use non-flavored oil because you don't want it to taste in the cake. Though if you don't mind the taste of coconut in your carrot cake, you are free. Remember, we mix, we break the egg one at a time because we want to check whether they are good and fresh. Mine were in the fridge for the whole time, so I can be assured that they've been fresh, though it's always good to confirm. This recipe, I normally love it so much because it is one of those simplest cakes that you can make. It does not call for creaming of the butter and the sugar, and normally that is what takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of effort, especially if you don't have a hand mixer. But at this point, you're just going to mix all this as I'm going to do here, and then you're just going to see how easy it is. After the oil, I'm going to add in orange juice. This is orange juice which I have squeezed out, and it is 20 ml. So you measure that out with the cups, the measuring cups, and then you add your 1 cup of sugar. If you taste your carrots and you feel like they are too sweet, you know there are those carrots that have a lot of sugar, you can reduce the sugar to 3/4 of the cup, and then the other part of the sweetness should come from the carrots. So at this point, I just want to mix. This is where you can use your whisk, or you can use a mwiko. It is all good because this does not call for creaming. However, it is very important that the ingredients all mix, and then we proceed to the next step. In today's cake. I did not have vanilla essence in my pantry, so I left it out, but please add vanilla essence so that you can have the best tasting cake. After that is done, you can see how easy it is. We didn't want it to overmix. Now I'm going to add in 2 cups of grated carrots. Please make sure that you grate your carrots into small pieces. Don't make them too big, otherwise you will be filling them all over your cake after you're done. And then we take our dry ingredients which we had mixed earlier and then mix like this. It's this simple, guys. This simple. This cake, you can always make it. It's a no-brainer. And then I'm going to list all the ingredients in the description box. Please use the exact measurement. I know sometimes it becomes hard to remember what you can do, but just go to this description box, pick out what I have listed, use it exactly like that, and you will get the exact cake you saw me showing you at the beginning of this video. If you have watched this video up to this point, I just want to thank you. I just want to say that I appreciate your support and I appreciate you. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. And if you have subscribed, give this video a like and share it out so that it can get to many others. And then we continue making these beautiful delights which we learn together how to make. And then now it is time to place it in the oven. When you're baking, at the point you start mixing your wet ingredients, put on your oven at that switch on your oven at that point, and then set it to the degrees that you want to bake at. I was aiming for 170 degrees, and I'm going to bake this cake for 45 minutes for a start. Then I will check how it is doing. Then I will know whether to continue with the time, but 45 minutes should be good. So that was exactly 45 minutes, and the fork test gives me a very clean fork at the end of it. That means that cake is super well done, super moist. And my hack for getting this brown crust, watch the vanilla cake, you'll get the hack of browning the crust. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.